I have a thought on that one. Well, no, I have a thought on something that you triggered. It was
Oh,
always going to be Miguel.
I'm a trigger. I'm a trigger guy.
Yeah. So
I tell you, pocket nukes here.
I feel like, right, in in this country, because I pay attention to this country, I don't know if other countries have these things, but they probably do. But I feel like the job of the media is to share information and to make sure it is done in a way that is equal and doesn't
It's not partisan.
yeah, and
That's what
doesn't
you're saying?
doesn't
Okay.
change the way you feel about a party one or the next because of their rating. We often talk, we always talk about how we wish that there was less tribalism in politics and we need to do better, and these are the issues we need to work on. We need to come together and do these things because it's for the betterment of the country. Yet there are sites that every time you read a story from them, no matter what the story is, it always feels like
It
that.
leads one way or the other.
Yeah, and it's disturbing, to be quite honest. Like, how are you going to tell me I'm supposed to trust you as a media source, but every time I read a story from you, you
There's
start.
an obvious bias.
Yeah, you start with some type of pettiness or some type of unnecessary comment. How am I
Right.
supposed to take your information serious? If I'm somebody on the outside of St. Kitts who has an interest in St. Kitts, a citizen, and I'm reading news, I read this and I'm going to be swayed one way or the next. I won't really see the issue. It would be firstly top. It's like, what is the best part of the Sunday? Like, what is the best part of a Sunday for you?
They sleep after the food.
No, I mean, not Sunday.
It's a Sunday, I tell you.
The Sunday, the ice cream.
Oh. What is that? Is it cherry?
The water that you drink after.
Banana? I don't know. Man, a big ice cream guy.
But when you're eating things that have that have layers, you usually start at the top. So if I'm reading a story and the story starts with some kind of petty,
Sensational headline. Yeah.
sometimes I don't even continue down to the best parts or the parts that you need the important information because you already turned me off or you already changed my mind. So I just went in with an opinion. Now I all on Facebook sounding retarded because of something I read and didn't. I feel like the job of the media is to do better, is to try to do better.
I think that I disagree with what you're saying a bit.
Okay.
I think let me make a suggestion. I think what you're talking about is the job of the news media and journalists. I do believe that there are a lot of people who parade as news outlets, but they're just propagandists, according to Amali. Right? They're propagandists, and they have a specific goal. 'Cause for instance, you can see the media when, media is kind of wide.
Okay.
So there's a lot of there's
Should I-
entertainment.
you
Like that's a
I should have
journalism.
broken it down?
No,
Okay.
I just think what you're talking about is traditional journalism.
No, I'm talking about
Yeah.
sites that claim to be media sites that is supposed to be giving you information.
News are just.
They give you all of these things.
Cached Room is a media site.
But they give you news.
Yeah, but they're also very sensational.
Yeah, but they give you news. I'm talking about people who give all of these. Ooh.
Guy, don't even.
Yeah, like if you are claiming to be a media site and a site that people are supposed to be able to trust and come to for information, you give all type of information, you press releases and all these things. Yet every time we read something from you, it always has some type of biasness or some type of pettiness in it. Like,
Yeah,
What-
see,
what
my
am I
thing
listening
is
to?
when you start putting words like news, like in the title of your business website page, all them kind of things, then that should come with a certain level of responsibility.
exactly.
And I think one of the issues that we have here is that there is no real accountability. There's no real commission that checks them things. Like we don't have a FCC here, So it's like, yeah, and people, again, I think part of the issue is that people themselves don't really put things in their proper place, right? So it's like there's people who would, I could literally right now go on YouTube, start a page called Think It's Daily News, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I could literally go on there and say anything I want.
Well,
and
actually,
could say anything I want.
you can't.
Yes.
There's some limitations.
No, but that's
Yeah.
from YouTube. But that's from YouTube. That's not from Think It's.
Yeah, that's from you.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's what I'm
Fair
saying.
enough.
Like, so I could go up there and literally report anything, like whatever. Say anything. There is no real, and you know what's going to happen? What's going to happen is that instead of people recognizing that perhaps I am more of I could be more of an entertainment entity. I could be more of a political mouthpiece. I could be more all these things. And people literally gravitate if it reinforces their biases, and that's the problem.
Easily.
So if it reinforces your biasness, then I like them there. I like them there.
Yeah, and
So you're able to
automatically
just
get the
continue to
audience.
spew, and there's no accountability,
They don't.
no responsibility.
They're saying and stop then.
Nonsense.
Then the thing is
Hang
too,
on,
when
stop.
you have a following, then it kind of becomes difficult to discredit you because you have so many people that follow your train. So trying to dismantle the train becomes difficult.
And that just adds to the fact that we are always at each other because these big platforms with these large followings now fanning the flames of what people are trying to put out.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, and
It's so funny because it's no matter what they posted, it could have been posting about a puppy.
Yeah, you got to have some, yeah.
Like,
To the point where, and the thing about it, this is why it shows me that the people behind a lot of these pages and things, they really ain't even trained in the art of propaganda.
obviously not.
Like they ain't even, because they're turning off people who even hold similar views to them.
Obviously not. Like you're just saying anything at this point.
Like, okay, let's look on Facebook.